Consider supporting Sonicguru Productions on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. But there was a other thing that happened a couple of days ago, another Nintendo Direct, specifically a Pokemon Direct. Now, usually we don't talk about Nintendo stuff unless it's something to do with Zelda, Mario, or something Sega exclusive on a Nintendo platform.
Yeah, well, you're definitely the Zelda fanboy out of the two of us.
Oh, definitely. It's like my third favorite franchise. Second is Crash Bandicoot. The first one's Metal Gear Solid. Just kidding, Sonic. First of all, everyone expected it. Everyone expected this. It's a remake of Diamond and Pearl. It's a given at this point. When Fire and Leaf Green came out, it was like, oh, they're remaking this on newer gen hardware. Then they remade Gold and Silver's Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I still want to get Heart Gold. And apparently that still is the more popular Pokemon game of all time. Every Pokemon, you can have one of them follow you around. They haven't repeated that. They have not repeated a Pokemon from your party can follow you around outside.
I would have thought
you could have Arceus, which is the freaking Pokemon god, follow you around like a dog. As always, I'll probably have Gardevoir or Pichu. Then later on, we finally get Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, which introduced the primal forms and a lot more Mega evolutions. So at that point, it's obvious they're going to make Diamond and Pearl, and we do. We got Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yeah.
And 50-50 on how it looks.
Yeah,
I do think the game's still in development though, because it looks kind of shoddy.
Well, I've seen like a snapshot of it, and like they've kind of made the characters look like they came straight out of Animal Crossing, from what I've seen. Yeah,
you have two versions. You have the chibi overworld version, and you have the full model version.
Okay.
In the battles, and I'm wondering why can't you just remake the game based on the visuals of Let's Go or Sword and Shield?
I mean, I guess that's kind of how it was in the original Game Boy games, is that you did have your tiny, cheapified, version of yourself, but as soon as you get into the battle, it was full-on sprite, anime style.
That works with the limited space and resources. It's just now with Nintendo Switch, you can have full open world. Sword and Shield is definitely full open world. It's amazing how amazing. You actually see Pokemon going around, they can chase you down. It feels like Sword and Shield felt like a progression. This feels like several steps back. I mean, Down and Pearl has its fans. It introduced Dawn. I'm just not sold on the look. And also, petty as this is, I fucking hate the logos. I hate those logos.
Folks. Yes.
Like, alright, Fire and Leaf Green, it was still on Game Boy Advance. They're still using the white on black text, like Omega Ruby version, Sapphire version. So it made sense. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they had fun with the logo. It had a bit more flair to it. Give me a second as I grab it from the frickin' shelf.
Yes. Well, we have to show it on the screen. If you're getting it from the shelf, you have to.
Yeah, it had a bit more flair to it. It was blue with silver. It had a little symbol of Lugia on the side. It looked great. Even black and white the standard ones had one. This is just like, hey, we just added some Photoshop filters over it and added the extra words to it.
Yeah.
Alpha and Omega remake, at least they went full on with those logos. It was it looked like freaking a Godzilla logo or something. Omega Ruby. I've just insulted a lot of people then. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You didn't put on like a really bad fake Japanese accent.
I know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm really picky about it. It's so petty. The logo looks like shit.
Yeah, and remember, folks, this guy has done logo design for a long time, so he knows when he can see a bad one coming out.
Yeah, the other game's going to come out as good. It's on Nintendo Switch, since that's now the primo handheld and home console. I have not used a Switch in handheld in the past 2 months now because I've been affected by the drift. On the right control stick, apparently. on the right Joy-Con, not the left one, which you think that would actually happen. The freaking right one. Sorry, left one is fine. The left one would be the one that would be broken because it's in movement.
All right.
I discovered this while playing Starlink.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the R-wing.
All right.
It's just like the ship. You can aim with the ship with the right stick, and it just drifted to the left.
Mm.
So I'm just like, okay, that's broken. But anyway, moving on with the other thing that was announced, which I am looking forward to because it looks awesome. Like this looks like a progression. Is Pokemon Legends Arceus?
Yes. I just saw this the last few days as well myself.
Despite the fact that the main characters are taken directly from Diamond and Pearl, because
I was going to say because the girl one does look like
Dawn.
Looks like Dawn's ancestor, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, this takes like feudal Sinnoh.
Yeah, it's basically their version of feudal Japan, basically.
Yeah, a feudal Sinnoh, and you using ancient Pokeballs and literally have to catch them without battling. You can still battle them. It's like this is the next step of the game, especially from Sword and Shield, but it's a lot more regressed in terms of what you can do. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I guess the idea is that, okay, you still catch a Pokemon, but to do it, there's a bit more than just your regular battle them and throw a ball at them type deal.
It's the equivalent to me right now is going from Fallout 3 to Oblivion.
Okay.
Like, use guns in Fallout, and in Oblivion you have to use magic and swords. And I just can't get into Elder Scrolls. I'm sorry, people. I just can't. I tried Skyrim. I got like an hour in, and I'm bored.
Yeah, well, did you encounter any glitches? Was like the horse turning inside out or somebody flying in midair or something like that?
No, I just got bored.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like, you know what? I just want to go back to New Vegas. Maybe it's just me. I just can't get into medieval fantasy.
Sword and Shields. I think that's.
Yeah, I probably can't.
Yeah.
Probably the reason why I haven't really sat down and watched the rest of Lord of the Rings.
Let's be fair. How much of popular culture has just taken that aesthetic off from Lord of the Rings?
Oh, plenty.
Plenty.
But yeah, this new Legends game, I want it. I really want it. I love the look. I'm not too sure what Arceus has to do with it, other than being the Pokemon god.
Well, they haven't announced there's like two versions of this game, because normally when they do this, there's like Sword and Shield, like there's two different games essentially with like different Pokemon and slightly different regions. That's always been the gimmick. So they haven't announced another version of this apart from just Arceus game. Yeah.
The reason why they actually did two versions is because you get one version, it wouldn't, A, it's money and everything, and B, only certain Pokemon will come in certain colours. So that made sense. That encourages trading. I'm not too sure why you still need it for the Switch, but whatever. Even the 3DS for that matter. Well, it's tradition.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like there's no additional, maybe they'll announce it later, Pokemon Legends Giratina.
Fair enough. I was going to say, what's sort of the big new? I mean, I don't know which. There's been so many of the damn things now. I mean, it's like I can't.
If it's in Sinnoh, it would be. I think it is Giratina, or it could be Darkrai.
Right. Okay. Because again, I've lost count of like the different type of. Pokemon.
I know fuck all of Sinnoh Pokemon. I know fuck all of fourth.
You know more than I do. That's for certain.
I only know a couple of them, and that's it. There's a couple of legendaries and the starters. That's all I know of Sinnoh. Okay. I know half of Gen 3. I know half of Hoenn.
Right.
And that's as far as my Pokemon knowledge goes. Yeah. I know Gen 1, 2, bit of 3, very little of 4, and fuck all else.
I
would say I want to point out as well, the starters are interesting. You have Cyndaquil, Rowlet, or Oshawott.
Yeah, so you got I remember Cyndaquil because they were in the second generation. And then you got an owl one, and then you got what looks like a seal with a she-shell on its body.
Yeah, Oshawott was in Gen 5, I believe. And so was Rowlet. Or Rowlet could be in Gen 6. Someone correct me.
Right.
Pretty sure Rowlet was in X and Y.
Actually, I'm just reading on the website here. It says Rowlet was from the Alola region, which was...
that was Sun and Moon. That's
Okay,
that's Gen 4, 5, 6, Gen 6.
Okay, then Inoshua was from the Nerora region, which is, I don't know, black and white era, isn't it?
Okay, we're on Gen 9, aren't we? Shit.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about black and white.
Right. So, like I said, I don't know the count of the Pokemon anymore in terms of how many they've introduced. I mean, they've done crazy ones, like there's a morphing one that can turn into a household appliance. There's one that's actually just a flying ice cream, a pile of keys, and even cogs. So, they've tried everything and anything at this point, haven't they?
They've gone to a point of remaking the old ones and calling them different names, like Aloha Raichu, or what was the other one? There was supposed to be a.
Didn't they do
had a few unique, basically, like it's a surfing Pikachu. This Aloha Raichu surfs its own tail. Or Aloha Ninetales. It's ice type.
Right. I mean, I do know that they did one thing they did, I think, prior to Sword and Shield or whatever. They did like Mega Evolutions, like you have Charizard, and then there's like Ultra Power Charizard or whatever.
Yeah, that's from X and Y.
Yeah, I mean, I find it funny because it's like now you're going by Digimon rules, the once competitor to the series, and it's now taking.
Mega Evolution. Now you have Dynamax and Gigamax. It's just like, all right, we get it. Some of the designs for the Dynamax and such, it's just basically this giant Pikachu, and it has a big lightning bolt tail with several notches, not just the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, great design, guys. Great design.
Yeah, like I said, it's been going on for about 25 years, this series. That's kind of blows my mind a little bit.
I'm reminded of that Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64 parody on Newgrounds. It's like, all right, you got each of your learners, you got life and death. Where do we go for next?
Oh, yes.
We go for God. No, I got him too.
No, we've done that.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's it. Six gen idea party. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh God, I remember that skit. Yeah. I kind of find it funny. I mean, if you couldn't tell by this point, folks, is like I haven't played Pokemon in years. I've stopped right around like God Almighty, maybe like bloody Yellow era, so I haven't really played any of the games. But I am always surprised at how it's kept on going and changing over the years. I mean, the anime series is still going. They've done the various movies, they've done spin-off shows and whatever, and of course the games themselves. Again, I find it funny that they're doing this new game now because Sword and Shield came out like 3 years ago. Was it right?
We're sorry?
Was Sword and Shield came out just a few years ago. I can't remember when it came out. It was like just...
Pokemon Sword right here came out just 2 years ago, yeah. 2019.
Yeah. All right. I do remember when the initial press for that game is that some people were a bit miffed. Part of it because they cut half the Pokemon count in that game, but also because they didn't feel... Even though we did some new ideas, some people felt like it felt like a rush title. Like the world was big, but there wasn't anything interesting to do in it. Some mechanics weren't fully out, so it felt like it was near. It's like you're halfway there. So I'd be curious if this game is trying to be more like you want Pokemon roaming around the world and collect them in like natural habitats. Here you go, folks.
I mean, you can still do that in Sword and Shield because certain Pokemon would only turn up in certain weather conditions at certain times of day.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden you're walking through and a freaking Gyarados turns up. It's like, what the fuck do you do then?
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. That happened. I watched
No.
I watched our players. It's like, holy shit, it's a Gyarados.
Yeah, exactly. I'm taking your word for that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's only very little we know of Arceus, other than it's taken place in the past, and it's very what's the word?
Traditional. I think it's going for a very traditional Oriental, sort of setting and feel for like heavy Pokemon.
There was a word to describe the gameplay. It's like not pulled back or something. There's a word to describe it.
Strip back? Or
yes, I think strip back. Yeah. Like the mechanics will still be the same. It still plays as a Pokemon game, but you have to play it using a different. God, my brain is not working today. A different mindset.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing from this game, it's very much based on you have to be more thoughtful about how you're going to capture Pokemon in this game. It isn't just, again, traditional, run around the bush, wait for an encounter, fight it and then throw a ball at it. In this case, it's like maybe you have to track it, maybe you have to wait for a different season, for weather to change. It's
kind of like the Pokemon Safari, isn't it?
Probably. In fact, the game I'm thinking of, weirdly enough, is Budsnack, which is again, the game where you have to lure fruit animals like a strawberry and a centipede made of sandwiches or whatever. But again, it's like they all have like different ways of capturing them. They have like different methods. Like you can lure them out in different ways. So I'm guessing, in a weird way, imagine that, but with Pokemon on a much bigger scale.
And not turning into the food you eat.
Yeah, so not consuming them and becoming a body horror show.
Yes, look, honey, my arms are Toblerone.
Why couldn't you get a banana, dear?
And finally, which I'm looking forward to the most out of all these, is new Pokemon Snap.
Yes, the long-time sequel.
A long-time sequel.
Yeah, very long time coming.
You could have easily done this on the freaking Wii.
Well, the Wii U, any of the handheld systems, you know.
Definitely. Oh, you imagine the freaking sales would have gone up for the 3DS, do you think?
Exactly, yeah. So
it already has a camera on it. It's gyroscope on it. It's 3D. Why the fuck didn't you do that? Did you not think the demand there's no demand for that. It is literally the best Pokemon game on the freaking Nintendo 64. People will be clamoring for it for ages.
Yeah.
Especially when you re-release the damn thing on Virtual Console, which I bought. You even incorporated a function where you can actually post whatever your favorite photo is onto the Wii message board.
They've been sitting on this for a long time, basically.
Yeah, they finally announced it last year, and now got more trailers showcasing a lot of new things, even making stuff that making Pokemon glow, I guess, with more points, a new, better ranking system. The professor looks like Snap or Todd, whatever the fuck his name is, grown up now.
So basically the main character from the N64 game.
I think it was called Snap. Not too sure.
Yeah, well, he was in the anime. I do know they did.
Yeah, he was called Todd in the anime.
Yeah, he was in the show. Yeah.
So, really looking forward to this. It's like you want to. It's one of those games that you in an elevator pitch, you wouldn't think anything of it. It's like, what are you doing in this game? Oh, it's Pokemon. Oh, so you're around capturing and battling? No, you just take photographs of them and earn points.
Do you move? No, you're on set rail.
What's the point then? It's for fun. Yeah. What's fun about taking pictures of Pokemon in an actual habitat? You hear the pitch and that's it. You don't think it's a good game. But it's surprisingly how fun it is, despite that, and how zen it is. And how frustrated it really gets to get that one perfect looking photograph. And like, yeah, your last one did it like 100 points better. The last one looks like shit. You can see if you see a Gengar's ass.
Yeah, this is back when the computer decided how good your photograph was for algorithms. You know, that was the thing.
And this next one got a lot more Pokemon to go through. It looks a lot better because you got 3 generations. Can I get 3 generations?
I don't know how many generations there are now. I mean, there have been so many.
I would say 4 generations now, but the Wii U essentially doesn't really count. Because the Switch essentially is the Wii U, but it's a bit more souped up.
More or less, yeah. I find it funny because, like I said, I was actually watching a friend of mine did a stream of that game where him and his friend were playing it. And again, they were just going off and saying, this is great. Why won't they make a new game of this? And it was right about the time I think they announced they were doing a Snap follow-on.
Yeah, so not sold on the freaking name, though. New Pokemon Snap.
It's a...
What's next? New Pokemon Stadium?
I was going to say, what subname would you give Pokemon Snap, the next generation, whatever? What would you call it?
Either Pokemon Snap 2 or Pokemon Snap Generations or Pokemon Snap Stadium.
Pokemon Snap World? I mean, I'm surprised. Put it this way, we have Pokemon Go, which the whole gimmick was, you walk around and you can see a digital version of Pokemon in whatever area you are. I'm surprised that they don't do an app version of this where a similar thing, you can go to certain places, but they treat it as if they're in a natural habitat or something.
Pokemon Snap Ranger? I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
Like, you could have called it something about new Pokemon Snap. Hey, let's do a new series.
Whatever.
Because Mario did so well.
Yeah, they definitely milked that cow to death.
Well, it did. It's just basically the gameplay doesn't really evolve that much.
No, it is the definition of, remember Super Mario Bros. 3? Yeah, here it is, over and over again.
What could be this time? It could be a squirrel!
Yes.
Fantastic.
That's your gimmick. Yeah, that's your gimmick here, squirrel. What to do?
The first one's the only good one. I haven't played Deluxe yet. It may be good. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to this game. Big fan of Snap. Really am.